This might be the camera backpack you need but never heard about it. Let me introduce you to the VSGO Black Snipe 25 liter professional camera backpack. Before we're diving into it, a little disclaimer: VSGO basically gifted me this camera backpack and reached out and asked me if I would like to try it. However, VSGO has no saying in this video, hasn't seen this video before it's released, and all opinions are truly based off my own. But also we're gonna compare the VSGO 25 liter Black Snipe camera backpack to my Manfrotto Backloader M backpack, because I do think there are some similarities, yet a lot of differences between those two camera backpacks. Even though it looks like some sort of leather material, the VSGO 25 liter is actually based off a TPU material, which is a plastic rubber type material. The benefit of this is it makes this camera backpack also waterproof at the same time, so you don't need any additional cover or rain cover when it's raining. Also, when we're having a closer look at the design of the camera backpack itself, I do like a minimalistic approach because it doesn't shout it is a camera backpack, so you can easily go out without everyone knowing you have camera gear in your backpack. When it comes down to the overall design, you got basically, as usual on camera backpacks, two nice big pockets on the sides. You got anti-theft zippers as well, which I think should be standard with any camera backpack, just to have a bit more secure feeling when going out. But also having this one magnetic lock basically, which lets you open your backpack straight at the top. And then you got one of those zip pouches at the top. I think when you use this camera backpack as an everyday pack, this can be quite handy because it is more or less a fast access to the inside of a backpack. But also with one little touch, your backpack is back secured. So having this one magnetic lock system is quite handy. VSGO gave you this sort of little metal plate here on the side, which you can take off as well, which basically acts like a screwdriver, so basically for your AK Swiss blades, so you don't need to worry to have some coins with you or a screwdriver. Definitely well thought through when it comes down to having a little accessory which is stylish but also handy in certain moments. But that's not everything. Also, the adjustable straps are basically locked again with the little lock mechanism, so when you fix them to the size you need them, they won't move. You need to readjust or open the lock, readjust the size of your straps and then lock them in place. Definitely handy right now if you're carrying a tripod around and the tripod moves and usually stretches the strap a bit. And when we're looking at the axis of a camera back, so you basically got two pockets at the side. One, now we need to open the anti-theft zippers. One which actually lets you access your camera gear from the outside, so you have straight access to your camera gear when you have your camera backpack hanging around your shoulder. On the other side you have another pocket which basically provides you with more storage possibilities, such as like two little pouches here inside the pocket. When it comes down to the comfort of this backpack, I need to say this is probably one of the nicest camera backpacks I did have on my back for a very long time. You got a nice thick polster when it comes down to your straps, and also your back polster is nice and thick as well. There's one annoying thing with camera backpacks, and it really doesn't matter which sort of camera backpack it is or which brand it is. You have those additional straps hanging around, like your waist strap, your hip strap, or similar straps, which just dangling around, are always in the way. But with the VSGO Black Snipe 25 liter, it is actually different. You get straps provided, you can actually mount and dismount on your camera backpack, so you can hang a tripod at the bottom of your camera backpack, or even take your hip off as well, which I personally be quite a fan of. As much as I like a good hip strap to give me more stability when having the camera backpack on my back for longer journeys, longer trips, longer walks. But then on the other hand side, having the possibility taking those ones off is just handy, and I think it's a great feature to have. As we're talking about longer photography journeys, the weight itself of a camera backpack is important, and you will be surprised the VSGO 25 liter Black Snipe camera backpack actually weighs less than my Manfrotto Backloader M. Even though the Manfrotto is a bit longer on the market, they managed to increase the size to 25 liters compared to 22.5 liters and reduce the weight slightly as well. So the VSGO Black Snipe camera backpack weighs around, now I need to check my friend, 1.85 kilogram compared to the Manfrotto of 1.89 kilogram. And when it comes down to the inside of a VSGO Black Snipe camera backpack, you got a laptop pouch available for a laptop size up to 17 inches, but also a lot of magnetic features which hold your lock mechanism back in place when you have taken out your laptop. But I think the biggest difference right now is when you look at the VSGO, you don't see any insert or anything compared to my Manfrotto Backloader M. So basically with the Manfrotto you have direct access to your camera backpack. You got the top access as well with the Manfrotto. The same like you have a top access with the VSGO Black Snipe camera backpack. I think having a second layer between your camera and your opening is actually quite handy, because sometimes you might just want to take out your laptop but you don't want to show to everyone that you have actually camera gear in here. But also the VSGO got 100% flexibility, so you can use it as a everyday backpack. You can have at the bottom some camera gear, at the top some clothing. VSGO does provide a lot of different dividers to actually give you as much flexibility as possible. But also if we're having a little comparison from a dividers from a Manfrotto Backloader M, which is a well-known brand when it comes down to camera backpacks and camera accessories, I found the VSGO dividers more sturdy and more durable than the Manfrotto ones. Of course, this is on personal preference, how sturdy you like your dividers and what sort of camera brand or backpack you want. But having a good sturdy divider will definitely give your backpack more stability when it falls over and doesn't damage straight away your camera gear. But also the VSGO provides a ton of pockets where you can storage different accessories such as like batteries, filters or anything similar. So basically you got several pockets here on the outside of a second layer before you go into your camera gear. You got another pocket here. You got two pockets accessible inside but also from the outside. So you got plenty of pockets to store any sort of little accessories. Here are a couple of things which I dislike about the VSGO, and that's probably more nitpicking than anything else, because the camera backpack overall speaking is a fantastic bag for the price they sell it. I think the second layer, which protects your camera gear before you open or before you do open the second layer, I think it can be sometimes a bit annoying. Like right now, if you want to access your camera gear on a shoot, or you don't know where to put this in between layer really. But also I think if you overfill those pockets a bit, it might press us a bit too much onto the back of your laptop. I need to try this a bit more into depth with the second layer and see how I can make this second layer work for me. The second thing is what I picked up is that the zippers outside, they do get a bit stuck every now and then. I don't know if this will ease up over time, but occasionally it was a bit annoying when a zipper got a bit stuck. So my overall thoughts for the VSGO Black Snipe 25 liter compared to my Manfrotto Backloader M right now. If I would be in a position to buy a camera backpack as well, I probably would go with the VSGO 25 liter for a couple of reasons. First of all, it holds more volume than my Manfrotto Backloader M. You got more flexibility with the VSGO, in a sense of like you can take your additional hip straps off, which I found quite handy. And overall speaking, I think the amount of quality and attention they put into this bag is fantastic. With all those little additional locks to make sure your gear is secure, having this little metal plate which will act like a screwdriver or a coin to tighten up your AK Swiss blade. A simple, easy approach to your top compartment with magnetic adjustments or locks. I can recommend you the VSGO 25 liter Black Snipe camera backpack. You will be happily surprised. But also I'm gonna leave a discount code in the links down in the comments as well with 10% off. So if you would decide to get to VSGO, you get 10% off. And with that said, my friend, like, comment, subscribe, do all the good stuff. I hope you enjoyed the video and it gave you a bit of better understanding when looking at a backpack, which might be the best backpack on the market you haven't heard about. And with that said, I'm gonna see you in the next one.